Hey guys, what's going on? Raylan. Today we're going to be looking at Clash of Clans, the app that a lot of people, well, I think about 50 million or 500 million people are using pretty much or have downloaded in the past, and it's just an awesome game. And I really don't get people that are, starting out, how they don't understand the point of the game. Um, the point of the game is not to dump money into and then try to get to the top as fast as possible. Sure, if you have the money, go for it, but I'm not telling you guys to do that because there are different ways to get there. Now, I do believe this is either a level 1 or level 2 storage. I think this is a level 2, uh, or not storage, but this is level 2 um, area. So at level 2, you're going to have these buildings available to you. Now, really quick, the first thing that you probably the first thing that you're really probably going to want to do is build a wall around your town hall. Just because that's a nice way to make sure that you're protecting your assets, pretty much. You don't want to ever lose a battle when you're just starting off because it doesn't look too good. Um, and the way you want to build up your entire fortress is put your defenses not together, but form a triangle. So what I mean by that is you want to form a pretty much a triangle of defense and place your resources on strategic corners so that enemies can't get to your defenses as fast as possible. And use your builder huts extremely wisely. So you can put them here, and that blocks an entire small little section of your area so that nobody can just spawn people in. Sometimes you're gonna have like a little bit of an open area here, and you're not gonna be able to get rid of it too easily. Um, so that's when you just kind of slap down or move something over or keep moving it over and then slap this down. Um, Perfect. So that's kind of like a decent looking uh, game, right? Or that's a pretty decent looking map right there. Um, and as you can see, all of the gray areas is where they can't automatically put people down. Or your enemy can't automatically put somebody right here and then they're automatically attacking your town hall. They have to put it over here and then um, they're facing the watchtower. And they're also in line fire of this cannon and this cannon. So you want to keep your cannons close because their perimeter can go pretty far. Like this, my entire base is literally covered right now. And this isn't actually how mine is, because I'm a level 7 right now. I'm not like totally a magician at this game, but more or less my my like little island or my little castle, or whatever you want to call it. I do believe we're on an island. I don't know if we're on an island, but I know that mine looks like a spider web because I have my town hall perfectly sealed off just like this, and then everything else is kind of gated. There's layers upon layers upon layers. Um, so it's actually mine is pretty good. I constantly win battles. I never really lose any XP or any trophies in that matter. So I'm pretty happy with it. Um, so this is kind of what you want your thing to look at, or your base to look at level 2. Then once you go up in levels, obviously the first thing to remember is that you want to upgrade all of your buildings before you upgrade your town hall. Reason being is because if you have too much going on at one time, you're not going to have enough gold, or you're not going to have enough elixir to keep your builders busy. You're going to run out of stuff. You're going to have to wait days to, bring up everything, and it's just going to be a total mess. Um, and it's really not going to be any fun because now you're waiting upon you're waiting for stuff to go, and while you're waiting, you actually can't use that building as part of your uh, as part of your defenses, or if you're upgrading a cannon, the 8 hours it takes to upgrade a cannon is 8 hours of somebody being able to attack you without having that cannon. So you have to be extremely smart when using your stuff. So let's say you want to upgrade this cannon at level. This is level 3, so you're upgrading this cannon. You want to put your traps. You want to constantly move around your traps at items that are being upgraded, so that it gives your other defenses time to shoot them down. So right now, if this cannon's being upgraded, they're going to be sending in people from here. They're going to, say, oh, that cannon's weak, or it's not even active. I'm going to take out these two storages quickly. But then they're not looking at the mortar, they're not looking at the watchtower, they're not looking at this cannon over here that's not actually going to reach them, but this is an extra defense. Um, and like I said, use your buildings to your, um, to your maximum potential. You want to make sure that your mortar is more or less kind of in the middle, not way out here. You're not really going to get anything. Your clan, if you can save up enough money to restore it, is not really useful right there. But whenever you can upgrade your clan class, it's always wise to do so. And at this point in the game, you're probably going to have 2 builders still, probably. And you really want to move around your stuff. Every time that you're upgrading something, and it only applies to resources and defenses. So whenever you upgrade something, you want to protect that, even if it's completely and utterly useless. So this is what your clan castle could look like at level, well, at this level, at level 2 or 3, whatever we're at right now. So you kind of want to move around your walls to be safe and secure around your defenses. So kind of just something like that. And if you have enough wall, try and defend the rest of your keep here. Especially the mortar. The mortar is probably the most important thing in the game right now because it is so darn, it does so much damage, and you really want to protect it. So I would say the weakest point probably in this area is going to be this side because there's no walls right here. The gray is not a wall. This is a wall. The gray is the perimeter, and that means that they can't put enemies down this line at all. But I would say right here is probably going to be the weakest spot in the entire game because if I was to ever, load up load up the game and attack somebody, and I saw this base, I'd be like, oh, okay, looks like they got some space here. There could be some traps. I'm gonna go from here. I'm gonna start putting all of my archers down this area and take out this defense. Now, if you really think about it, if I take out this guy, boom, look at that. There's literally no defense around the area. So I can take this, I can take that, I can take this, I can take this, I can take that. All I gotta do is beat one cannon. As soon as that cannon's out of the way, I have the entire top left-hand top left area to myself. Of course, I could get beat pretty easily with the mortar, but the mortar really only reaches that far. So again, you have to use your troops wisely. That's kind of just how I would pretty much do things. But it's people play differently. So that's like a level 2, level 3-ish area. That's kind of how you want to start out. Level 4 is going to be obviously every single level you're going to get more things. Your town hall is going to keep getting upgrade, and you're going to want to use your building strategically. So now we have like 75 walls. We're going to start being able to use the spider. Let's get rid of that one. The spider-ish looking. Let me try and finish this off before I start talking. So this is kind of what mine looks like. It's squared upon squared upon squared, and it's perfectly angled so that there's a defense on every corner of the town hall. It doesn't really matter what defense it is. It could be 2 mortars. It could be 2 of anything else. I'm trying to draw and use this at the same time. Here we go. Okay, so that looks pretty decent. So all we gotta do now is just fill the gaps with buildings that are going to be able to defend the keep here. So like a builder hut right here in the center. Let's go here. Boom. Okay, so let's toggle the perimeter and toggle the range. Now we have like a quadrilateral, quad defense with a mortar. boom, right there. So that's a pretty decent looking start for level 4 and how it should look like. Um, and let's just throw a bunch of guys here. And obviously, you want to use the weak points is obviously a good way to lure in um, your enemy. So like they might say that this is a weak point here, but if it's filled with bombs, they're going to go flying before they ever get their troops on the ground. So they could put troops right here, but then the time they do that, the second they do that, everybody's just going crazy. Um, so again, you want to make sure that you use buildings over here by your mortar more or less than over here by your cannon, because your cannon can shoot, it has no blind spot, which means it doesn't have like a red area like your mortar does. Your mortar can only shoot so far, so you want to protect your mortar. Um, I mean, it can only shoot so far. It can't shoot closely. So that's what I meant. So there's like a little red area right here that the cannon cannot reach. But if they're busy shooting, trying to hit these things down here, it's gonna be much easier to try and take out uh, your your castle from the inside out, pretty much. Um, that made no sense, I don't think. But that's kind of the way you want things to look at level 4. Use your buildings to your advantage. Like right here, there's two little green spots. I don't know if you can see them, but if I jumped in here and I saw, oh, there's two little green spots right here, I can just lay down my entire army and they will have one wall to beat, and I all I gotta do is destroy that one building and I win. Because obviously if you destroy the town hall, you get a star, you instantly win the game pretty much. You don't win as many trophies, but you know what? You still win the game. Just in case you could, just in case you couldn't get past all these buildings, you're like, oh, this is way too much shit to get through. There's too many defenses on every corner. I'm just gonna go here and then go straight. You're not really thinking, oh, there could be a ton of traps, because one of these little traps could send about 5 or 8 of your soldiers flying in the air. So you pretty much lost 16 right there, and they're battling that wall, and you have 2 defenses, 3, 4, 5 defenses shooting at you, and you pretty much already lost the entire game mode before it even began. So the most important thing is to use your archers on the outsides of the game, or the game map, and shoot into the areas that that you can instantly get reward. So like elixir or gold. So you want to shoot from here to there, so that you're not really losing anyone. You're only losing time. So no one's actually going to shoot you because the cannons can't reach that far, obviously, right? So let's go to level 5. We're getting a little bit closer to where I am now. I am at level 7, and my shit is like solid. I like it. It's pretty cool. I got the thing again. I see this a lot. I see like people doubling up um on their castle, which makes no sense to me. Like that's okay, sure. You think that that might defend pretty good, but then you're leaving the rest of your entire clan or your entire castle just to like die, and I don't get it. I don't know what that guy's doing up there. Whatever. So you don't want to do this ever. You only want one wall, and that's it. Because one wall is just as important as two. Two is just as important as one, but you don't want to do it like this. You kind of want to do it if you have extra room on the side. So once again, we're going to start putting. At this point, we do have a uh, a nice wizard tower. Now that's going to be really important because it can do AoE attack. And now that you have um, two, I do believe you're going to be able to have 2 archers. You're going to want to totally overflow one side of your castle with archers and totally overflow one side of your castle with cannons. The reason being, there's really no reason. I just like it that way because that way I'm not mixing cannon fire with archers. Um, that's just the thing. I don't like to do that. 2 cannons will kill them. 4 archers will kill them. So I don't want an enemy taking 2 arrows to the face and then a cannon shot. Um, you know, it's just a thing that I have. So you want to put the same defenses on the same sides with each other. Um, and now at this point in time, the wizard is going to be kept to the side until you absolutely are positively sure that the way you have things are going to be set up correctly. So, like, put your most valuable resources around your strongest defenses, which is your mortar. Um, so something like that. And you're going to have 2 builder huts around here somewhere. You don't want any weak spots. And I'm already doing this wrong. But let's do that. Come around the corner here. Boom. Man. You don't want to do this. This isn't good. So that's an example of a very terrible way of making a wall. Let's get rid of this. Here. So every time that you place a defense down, you want to instantly put. Now that you have 100 walls to use on your 100 walls, you want to put it around your most trusted defenses. So like what I have is, I have a wall on the corner of everything. So a corner here, a corner there, and you just keep doing the same thing at level after level because you're really not gonna move around your stuff unless you're upgrading. So if you're upgrading your cannon, you want to move that back a little bit, or just totally move it off to the side because it's useless, and you don't have to use it to your advantage or anything. You totally could. You could use it to your advantage, but you're gonna have enough buildings at this point to not have to do that. That's just a waste of time. So just in case you do ever get overrun, you put it in that top right corner. You might be able to win you might not be able to lose, or you might not be able to win, but your attacker isn't going to get as much trophies as they could if they took that mortar out. So like I said earlier, this is kind of a little bit longer video than I want to, but people really do this. They put their builders in the corners, and they put other shit in the corner too. So you could do that, but it's a waste of a defensive building because every building is technically a perimeter that your enemy can't put shit down. So said that like 17 times, but it's true. It really is true. You place it correctly, and you're pretty much going to win every single time. Now you're not going to have too much wall to go around, so you kind of want to keep it tight. So like here, this is kind of what mine looks like. I have a wall going straight down here and up, and it looks different from the isometrical view. This really looks strange right here, but I kind of have mine looking just like, screw this. Let's go to level 7. Level 7. So, yeah, okay, here we go. I have 3 mortars, and let's just do this in real time here. This is what mine looks like, and I constantly win. Every time I look up, I've been attacked at least 3 times, and I've gained at least 35 trophies, 25 trophies. I never actually really lose. And you want to be careful when you attack people, because when you hit that attack button, in your top right, or in the bottom right-hand corner is going to be, click next for your next available person that you can attack. Unfortunately, it's pretty dumb because if you accidentally hit the battlefield, you're screwed because now, let's say you're looking at attacking somebody and you find somebody and they don't have enough gold or elixir, but you accidentally hit their battlefield instead of the next button. You're sending troops onto their battlefield. Now it's an entire war, and if you end the raid, you actually lose like 30 or so trophies. So it's actually really, really freaking dumb. And I wish you could just say, "Oh, that was a mistake. I don't want that guy on the battlefield. Kill him. I want to look for the next one." But nope, you really can't do that. So if somebody's got a really crappy setup with like 0 money and 0 elixir, and you accidentally click on their battlefield and you send people in, you destroy their entire building. Woohoo! You get 24 trophies, but you don't get any gold. You don't get any elixir. So technically, all your troops were just not paid for. Now you have to wait for that elixir to regain itself over time, um, which is dumb. I understand. So this is what mine looks like in real time here, and it's because it's like an up-down view that we're looking at right now. It's not going to be perfectly exact. Well, I wonder. No, let's not do that. So yeah, let's not do that. I don't know why they made the builder like this. It's kind of dumb. But anyways, um, so on the right and the left hand of my whole castle is like looks kind of like this. And if you guys just bear with me so that you guys can see what I'm doing, that'd be awesome. 4, what was that? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Boom, 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 boom. So that's kind of what my center looks like. And I thought about putting traps down here, but it really doesn't. People really don't get in there as much as I thought they would. So it's actually pretty decent. Let's put a mortar down here. Boom. That's what mine looks like, and it cuts back in. Boom, and I have one of these guys sitting in the corner next to this, and another mortar, and that's blocked off completely, and it goes all the way down. Does it go all the way down? Oh, nope, it doesn't. That's not. Okay, so. It's like that. Okay. And there's like a little bit of a small space right here that I didn't really know what to use it for, but oh well. In the top right corner here, above that is going to be my wizard tower. So let's find the wizard tower. And it goes up, over, down, up, down. Cannon. Actually, cannon up. And 2, looks like 2. Yes! And then I have 1 gold mine and 1 last mortar, which goes up, up, and across. So again, another space right here. I don't know what I'm doing exactly. Or at least I know what I'm doing, but I don't know exactly what I want to do. Clan castle there in the corner. Comes down and across. Come on. Stay with me. This comes down. No. Do-do-do-do-do-do. So we're gonna have a tower in here. Let's see. So tower, cannon, gold mine. Alrighty. Another gold mine in front of that. And it wraps around that edge. Oh, well, I don't know. And it comes down here. Second wizard tower. Tower would be there. That's here, and that's there. Oh, that's because it's a freaking huge space between that and that. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah! Bear with me, guys. We're almost done. So, pinned against that, pinned against that. And then we go forward into the next mine, in which case we go forward here, and then we go forward down. Wow. God, it's so crappy. I did a crappy job making this thing. I mean, I didn't do a crappy job making it on here, but that, and then that, and then that. That comes up, down, down one. So we have a elixir thing, and a cannon, and another gold mine. As you can start seeing that this is actually a pretty decent layer upon layer upon layer upon layered defensive strategy. So boom, up like that, and we come, let's see here, come down, boom. So that's what we have for the inner circle. And now on the outer circle, my dude is over here like that. The rest of all of my elixir pretty much is on the bottom here. I think we got 3 up, 2 down. I have 2 bombs that I don't see here. Oh, here we go. So this is technically the weak point in my entire area right here. So I actually have a bunch of traps sitting down here because the layer upon layer right here, this is actually a gold wall and this is an iron wall. So I couldn't actually, this isn't an entire purple wall. I have no purple crystal wall at all. So I have like 3 traps set up here. And this is where I always get hit. This is exactly where I get hit all of the time, is these small little areas. So, because what the game will do is, if you send a bombarder onto the field, they're gonna look for the or actually it's a wall breaker. That's the little skeleton guy that carries the bomb. He's gonna go to the weakest point in the wall. So it's not gonna be this gold wall here. It's gonna be this iron wall right here. So he's gonna, if you put him over here, he's gonna run over here and try and blow up this section right here. Now, because there's a bunch of springs here, he's not even gonna get that far. So my enemy is literally losing its most valuable, breaker person. And they can't send the aerial skeleton guys with the bombs that, they're attached to their balloons, because I have a little bit of an air person here. So as you can see, this is a weak point. There's no perimeters here. They just set them right there. Now they automatically just get flung off like that, flung off and flung off. If they put them here, the bomb blows up and they're all dead. The perimeter for this guy, the range for this guy is pretty good. So as you can see, all of these circles are kind of hovering around the middle, and I have very little defense out here. So like right here, I have about 4 different buildings shooting them at one time, but here there's only 1. So they send them in here, flipped out. So that's a pretty decent looking setup of mine, and let's see, let's put the rest of my stuff down. So that's here in the corner. All of my my smallish, my army is up here. Corner goes off a little bit. So that goes off like that. That goes there. This goes there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. And then I have a small little thing like that next to my army base. Technically, this is the weakest point, but they're not really going to get anything because my mortar's right here. I can just kill them. My builders, now, here's the thing. I'm using my builders as a defense because this entire wall is the 2nd level, so it's only the grade 2 wall, not very strong, and people could blow it up in one skeleton, or less probably. But I don't have the money, the resources to upgrade that wall yet, because once you start get into the gold walls, these crystal walls are expensive. They're like 75,000 a piece. And it's totally crazy. I tell you what, it's totally crazy. The last two army bases, I do believe, are down here. Boom, 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 boom. It looks like to be it. So, I have 3 villagers now, actually, and I think one's over here. One is placed right there. So the entire perimeter is pretty safe, actually, except for this little area, which is the weak point, and that's what I use to funnel all of my enemies into. So, I am sorry if this took way too long to build. I want to say thank you for watching, and that's pretty much how you really want to build up your castle. You want to do layers upon layers upon layers upon layers, so it looks like, if you cock your head to the left, it looks like diamonds upon diamonds upon diamonds upon diamonds upon diamonds. And as obviously, I don't know what level, I have actually looked at the most coolest looking bases by going into the clan area and looking at the top players in the world. Their bases are pretty badass, but I haven't got there yet because I haven't put any money into this game like they have, probably, to get where they are. And eventually, if you put way too much money in the game, you start, you kind of just like lose. Really, you lose the purpose of the game. It's not really fun if you start doing that. So it's whatever. But if you really think about it, at the very end of the day, when everything is upgraded and you have 5 builders on your plot, you're going to be like, wow, well, that was a waste of freaking money, wasn't it? Now that's $5 a builder. That's $5, $10, $15 you already put into the game, because you get 2 builders for free. 2 builders are for free eventually. And the next 3 are totally bought. So you're already spending $15 just to get there, which is dumb. But you know what? People do it. Guys, that will do it for me. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have a bad comment, please put it down there. I enjoy reading them. Later.